Two stars of this sport collide in the quarterfinals. Both major champions, both in the top 10. James Wade, the World Series champion of 2018. Daryl Gurney, the Players champion, but looking for his first World Series of Darts title. The closest he's come was a couple of years ago in Las Vegas at the US Darts Masters. Not managed to make a final since then, with limited opportunities, but plenty more are on the way for the current world number 4. James Wade, well, the number of TV titles, it is astonishing. One of the most magnificent careers in this sport, and he's only 36 years old. Both of these guys had pretty comfortable wins in their opening round, both by 6 legs to 2. In terms of the numbers, Gurney was more impressive, but James Wade is not a numbers man. He doesn't care about averages. All he cares about is getting the win. And he did that against Kevin Munch without looking stressed at any point in the match. There will be stress in this one, you feel. It is a difficult one to call. But Daryl Gurney has only ever beaten Wadey once on a big stage. When it comes to the big TV tournaments, James Wade is a master in the dark arts of match play darts.
First leg down, the throw first.
James Wade is a master in the dark arts of match play darts.
First leg down, the throw first. Game on.
Super Chin does have the advantage of throwing first, though. Will it be crucial?
Winner to play Peter Wright
57
in the first semi-final. Here's the man who won the World Series crown in 2018.
83.
Surviving match darts to beat Michael Smith in the final.
One. One run of voting.
Last time these two played was in the Premier League. It ended in a 7-all draw. Stark contrast to what happened when they met just a few weeks before in the first stage of the Premier League, where James Wade was irresistible and won 7-0, averaging around about 110. Now, in the end, by the time we got to the playoffs, both men finished in the top 4 and made the semi-finals. That is an indication that they have been among the most consistent performers on the circuit in 2019. And that is why it is a particularly difficult game to call.
82.
Particularly difficult start for Daryl Gurney here as well.
One run of voting.
Wow.
James should be playing
15 darts, Gurney. Look where he is, back on 124. Tops for Wade. Should be a good guide for him to take the opening leg against the darts. And that was too easy, far too easy, I'm sure, for Daryl Gurney's liking. Gurney only hit 2 sizable trebles in total in that first leg.
Yeah, once he does find his range, he can produce devastating spells of scoring.
98.
But it's taking him a little while here.
Wade on the money from the off.
One run of
4 140s already from James Wade. That's where he plies his trade, isn't it? The consistency around that treble.
100.
And then more often than not, the killer blow with that tops or double 10.
57.
Both men have won titles this year. James Wade, 4 of them. Pretty much a quarter of the Pro Tour events away from the big stages and TV cameras. Darryl Gurney picking up his first Euro Tour title this year.
James should require 100.
But Wade has been perhaps the more consistent. Probably going to stay there. And then a single 4 to leave double top. As Gurney is barely halfway down from 5:01, and Wade looking very good to double his lead.
A double worry for Darryl Gurney is that the first dart is dipping below the treble 20 bed, which forces him to switch targets.
James Shaw, the second leg.
No trouble at all for James Wade. 2-0. I'm pretty sure Wade could not have expected it to be this comfortable early on.
41.
Again, we're seeing the first dart below the treble 20. This time Gurney persisting, trying to find his way through, and it doesn't work out for him. Just throw a long dart, does Darryl Gurney. It's a long setup that he's got, so when a dart lands there, it makes it very difficult to find his way through to the 60. And that's why he's averaging way down. That's a good 25 points below what you expect Darryl Gurney to be throwing on a big stage.
100.
Wade doing what he does. He plods along. 5-1-40s, 106 average. Looking very comfortable.
58.
It appears at the moment the harder Gurney's trying, the worse it's getting. All very strange. 71.83, the Darryl Gurney average.
100.
Just taking a moment. He knows this first dart is where it's all going wrong. A little smirk from Gurney, because when he does try to give it a bit of extra juice,
85.
pushing it
James
wide.
require 161.
Well, that's okay. More than okay at the moment, it seems. All very odd, this, from Gurney.
58. James requires 74.
2 scores of 100. That's all Gurney has managed. Tops it is once more.
54.
But Gurney's scoring has been so shoddy, he's not even there to get a chance, and he threw first in this leg, Darryl Gurney. He's about to go 3-0 down with 2 breaks of throw, and in a first to 8 contest against James Wade, it could be decisive already.
James Shaw, the third leg. James Wade. Full flag, James to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, it's an odd one, isn't it? They played in the World Series in Auckland in a quarter-final a couple of years ago. Wade won on that occasion 10-7.
81.
You mentioned that whitewash in the Premier League. Sure we're not going to get a repeat of that here, are we?
Well, that was a result based on James Wade's excellence. That's one of the best displays we've seen him put in all year. And this is a guy who's won 4 titles. But here, it is not about Wade being brilliant. He is playing well, certainly. But it's about Darryl Gurney looking unrecognisable. And again, he's dragging that first dart low. And the more he tries to rectify it, the lower he drags it. Subterranean darts next from him, if it gets any worse.
Just one of those days
60.
where nothing, absolutely nothing happens, nothing goes, no inspiration.
That's a better miss. You can work off that one,
60.
at least in theory.
Well, fair play to Wade, because he will obviously know, he's standing behind Darryl Gurney, how poorly his opponent is playing, but he's just going around his business, not bothered about the Irishman.
58.
He's about to make it 4-0.
84.
Double top then.
4-0,
and James Wade is not romping to victory here. It is a casual, gentle stroll, because Darryl Gurney, I'm genuinely surprised he hasn't already moved down the board and started playing on treble 19, because treble 20, it may as well not be there for Daryl Gurney.
He scored 100 3 times. That's it. James Wade, that was his 6th 140. Daryl Gurney's average, look at that, now below 70.
57.
It's just puzzling.
Well, this is a guy who, in last year's Premier League, hit more 180s than anybody else. When he gets the first start right, it's a lot easier. Maybe this is a sign that Gurney has just got his range, but that spell of 4 legs, it could prove fatal already for Daryl Gurney's hopes in this match.
Well, that 140 was his best visit of the whole match. And we're in the 5th leg.
58. James will require
all the service is resumed, I'm afraid, as far as Gurney is concerned.
$59.
Well, Daryl Gurney looks genuinely confused as to what's going on here.
33 scored. First double 10 for Wade.
52.
Now, is Gurney finally going to get a dart at a double? May only be the ball.
Well, he can hit that. Can he hit double 16?
78.
Not on this occasion. That is his first dart at double in the whole match so far. And James Wade breaks his throw once again. It is 5-0 to the machine.
Game on.
Well, for Gurney, puzzling it maybe. I'm sure it's embarrassing as well, because very proud Irishman with an immense amount of talent. 2 big major titles.
93.
Just in major trouble here. But this is relentless and ruthless from James Wade.
97.
One of Gurney's strongest attributes is he is a battler. He will scrap. He'll not give you anything, but you can see he's trying.
55.
He's just not got the right tools with him tonight. He's turned up to a knife fight with James Wade, and he's brought a spoon.
140.
9 140s from James Wade. 1 score of 140 from Daryl Gurney. He's now throwing these darts
James
quicker.
But
they were darts of a man resigned to his fate.
84.
Well, he's going to go to the break, you would think, 6-0 down. Time to regroup, but time is running out. He's throwing them much quicker, isn't he?
James should require 40.
For 6-0.
Game showing a 6
Well,
leg.
this is an incredible quarter-final, but you've got to say well done to James Wade. He's totally ignoring the woes of his opponent. And it's the wows of James Wade which sees him 2 legs away from the quarter-finals. 6-0 against Daryl Gurney. Absolutely dejected. Can't believe what's happening. The truth of the matter is right there. 6-0 to James Wade. And look at that from Daryl Gurney. 74 average. He's had 1 score of 140. That's it. But Wade has been a real pro. Really relentless, ruthless. He needs 2 more. 2 more to go through to play Peter Wright in the first semi-final. Wade whitewashed Gurney 7-0 in the Premier League this year. He's going to repeat the dose at the German Darts Masters.
Well, it's very easy when somebody's not playing well to get dragged down, but James Wade has just carried on. It's been serene progress from the machine. And there's a very real chance that this could be a second whitewash that James Wade inflicts upon Daryl Gurney in a televised game this year, having done it in the Premier League. And has Gurney just changed his darts? I think he may have done. I think he's gone in the break and he's changed his darts. It looks a similar setup, but it'll be a different grip. I mean, he's not helped him because he's only scored 30, but the only way is up.
Different weight, maybe.
.58.
Well, just nothing is going right for Daryl Gurney.
95.
This is a guy that we're used to see averaging high 90s in the hundreds on a regular basis, winning major tournaments.
57.
But it happens. We've seen it so many times, and you know, if he came out on stage and played another match in an hour's time, he'd be a different player, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's one of those where you'd probably say, I was hitting everything in the practice room, feeling really, really good, and then just gone up there and cannot summon up anything.
$100.
71, the Gurney average.
97. James will require 110.
We look at Bull here for tops. He did.
70.
Well, James Wade can go any route he likes. He's got all the time in the world to win these legs. Only the second time in this entire match that Daryl Gurney has got his first goal where he wanted it. And only the second time he comes away with a ton 40. And it does not matter because his throw is broken once again. And the machine is throwing for an 8-0 demolition of Super Chin.
The irony is that's probably Wade's worst visit of the entire match. Trying desperately hard. I'm sure that just one of those occasions, the harder he is trying, the worse it's getting.
90.
These things happen. You're going to have to forget about it very quickly. He's got a big tournament in the shape of the World Match Play to prepare for. He will be the number 3 seed.
100.
Yeah, and I believe it's Max Hopp that he'll face in the opening round as well, and we saw what kind of form he appears to be in. Didn't win his game against Rob Cross last night, but he was magnificent. And going down 6-4.
59.
Voltage back to take on Gabriel Clemens, and look, this was the highest profile matchup of the quarterfinals here, with two of the stars of the PDC going head to head, but only one of them's turned up.
140.
The third 140. That's as good as it has got for Daryl Gurney. The Wade here,
16.
with his worst leg of this quarter-final by a long, long way. Gurney now maybe buoyed that he has a chance possibly to avoid the whitewash.
65. James require 148.
2 treble 20s. He's got one of them. Double 14. 8-0. James Wade has destroyed the Players' Champion Daryl Gurney. He just had nothing to offer on the night. The machine goes through to the semis and will face Peter Snakebite Wright for a spot in the final of the German Darts Masters. Probably not how you expected that game to go.
No. I was watching Daryl in the practice and he was phenomenal. I was rubbish. So it was quite strange.
He was obviously struggling. He was struggling, but it's very easy to get dragged down. You went about your business well.
Yeah, I mean, dragged down, dragged up, and doing what you need to do, you know. It's neither here nor there, you know. You both got there and know what you need to do, and I've been on Daryl's side of the coin many times, so, you know. The unfortunate thing is I really like Daryl, and it's pretty crap when you do that to a friend, so...
Well, you're through to the semi-finals. Peter Wright awaits. Do you think that sort of display will be good enough to make the final and win this?
I don't really care, to be honest with you. I'm just pleased to be involved in the tournament. You know, the crowd are brilliant. What more can you wish for?
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you very much. Cheers, sir.